Hello, welcome to part 5 of the Relink Panhard tutorial. Part 1, we made the joints that you will need. Part 2, we made the axle. The links, put the joints on. Part 3, we put on the springs and the chassis. 4, we put on the rear part of the chassis and the suspension and whatnot, removed the steering, and I explained how this all works. But, as I explained at the end of part 4, once you start putting weight on this, the axle will twist. That is bad. So, what I'm going to do is show you how to move the springs onto the axle. I'm not going to show the back, because the back is the exact same, other than it doesn't have a drag link or hubs. We will not be changing the hubs. We will be changing Panhard bar, drag link, tie rod, and the lower links, and then moving the springs forwards and adjusting this here. So, I am going to completely remove this, like so. Remove that bar because it might get in the way. I wanted to remove that, not the middle link. Nothing needs to change with the middle link. It is perfectly fine the way it is. So, remove your tie rod. Not the tie rod, your rods. Those things. And that, and that, and that. And that. Don't crash on me. Thank you. So now, we have this left. Took out drag link, Panhard bar, part of the tie rod. Now, take off the springs, the lower link, entirely, there we go. And then move all of this as well. I'll clean this all up after. Okay, so what you want to do is the same thing as before, but with shorter drag link and Panhard bar. So that means you have to move the T from this block to this block. Put all this back on. And we are going to do the same thing, but like so. Oops. Oops. Now, I'm going to use a 3x2 instead of a 5x2. The only issue with this is that when you compress and decompress the suspension, the axle will move side to side more. And I put on some chapstick. My lips are getting really dry. This was my throat. I'm gonna take a quick drink too. I should probably cut this out. But whatever. Okay, so now you've got your drag link, your Panhard bar, the exact same thing as before. Bring this across, that. I'm also going to be... No. Never mind. Like so. Move these for now. Place your plate there and there. Drop it off of the lift. Put on the plates again. Now, put bearings there and there. Take your 3x2. Weld them plates. So, remove this stuff. Now, we will put this back onto the chassis. Like so. This now. We need to move... Ooh, that was close. Actually, no, that'll be okay. We need to move these forwards by 1. So. Bring down this. Make sure it is welded. Like so. There you go. You have now fixed your Panhard bar and your drag link. Now, come over or spawn these joints again. And you will now put these on the bottom of the or the outside of the axle on the bottom end of the link. Like so. Like that. Then just put your link back on. This wouldn't be so annoying if we had ball joints, but we don't. So, now, I just realized I made a bit of a mistake. We now need to make it so bearing for the hub is on the bottom. So I'm going to completely just cut the hub off. Like so. Move this over. Grab the hubs again. YouTube hub. Okay, so I want the bearing to be on the bottom. So if I use this on this end, that forwards, this bearing is on the bottom. Good. So, I should have paid attention to that before, but you want the bearing to be on the bottom. Get rid of that, and that. Now, come over here, grab your U-joint, and weld it over the hub. Doesn't really matter which way this part goes. And the same with this side. Like that. And reconnect this. There we go. Ooh. What happened there? I messed up a little bit. Wow, this is a mess. Okay. hub. And weld it on. There we go. Okay. Remove that one. Take your U-joint. Weld it over the hub. This one's going forward, so the worst thing that'll happen is this will get stuck under that and mess up your steering. I'm not too worried about it right now. Now, put on your springs, like so. And then you do the same as before. Stop moving. I kind of need you to move now. This is the annoying part. Just attach that. Oops. There we go. Bring this in. A downside to this, as I explained earlier, the axle will move side to side more, and these springs are up higher. But that's done. Just remove that and that, this and this, connect it to these, set it to 25 again, take it off the lift, probably spaz out, yep, go, there we go, and that is how you fix the spring issue with the front end. Now the axle shouldn't rotate when it's just sitting here. As you can see, springs are much lower, well, one block, but it can make a pretty big difference. So yeah, that is how to fix that. For an off-road vehicle, you will want a longer Panhard bar. For a street vehicle, a short one's okay. In either case, longer Panhard bar and longer links tend to be better. They just give it a better range of motion. So, that is it for the 3-link Panhard tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Make sure you've watched all of the parts, and then ask your questions. If you're even still watching. Yeah, any questions? Ask away. I hope this helps, I hope this inspires you, and thanks for watching.